we're going to do the odds together. We did 11, so let's look at 13. What's the greatest common factor that I have here? 3. And then do I have any ends in common too? If this one has 3 ends and the other one has 2 ends, I have more than one end in common. I have 2 ends in common, so I can take out n squared. So 3n squared is coming to the outside. What's 3 divided by 3? 1. And then if I have 3 n's and I take 2 away, how many am I left with? 1. What's 9 divided by 3? 3. And if I have 2 n's and I take 2 away, how many am I left with? None. So this is my answer. 3n squared times n plus 3. So whatever you take out goes to the outside, and then divide it out, and that's what stays on the inside. All right, let's look at 15. Do I have a greatest common factor here? 2. So I can take out a 2 from all of these. Do I have any p's in common? No. Because the last one has no p's, so I can't take any p's out. So just 2 comes to the outside. What's 2 divided by 2? 1. So then I'm left with p squared. What's negative 14 divided by 2? Negative 7p. And then 24 divided by 2? 12. Can I factor this? Yeah. Do I have 2 factors of 12 that add to negative 7?
Yeah, you do.
Awesome. Negative 4, negative 3. So that 2 stays on the outside. And then what goes into the parentheses? P. What comes next? And? Awesome. So I have 2 times p minus 4 times p minus 3. The order doesn't matter. So you could say p minus 3 times p minus 4. That works too. What's my greatest common factor here? 2. And then do I have any x's in common? How many? 1. So all of them have at least one x that I can take out. So 2x comes to the outside. What's 2 divided by 2? 1. And then if I have 3 x's and I take 1 away, how many am I left with? So x squared. What's negative 4 divided by 2?
2.
Negative 2. And if I have 2 x's and I take 1 away, how many am I left with? Just 1. And then what's negative 30 divided by 2? Negative 15. And if I have 1 x and take 1 away, I have no x's. So since I still have 3 terms in my parentheses, let's see if I can factor this more. So what are 2 factors of negative 15 that add to negative 2? Negative 5 and 3, because it has to equal negative 2. So the bigger number is negative. So the 2x just stays on the outside, and what goes into my parentheses? X plus 3 and x minus 5. Awesome. Any questions here? All right, 19. What's my greatest common factor? 3. And do I have any x's in common? How many? I can take out 1x. So 3x is going on the outside. What's 3 divided by 3? 1. If I have 3 x's and take 1 away, how many x's do I have? 2, so x squared. What's negative 9 divided by 3? Negative 3. And then if I have 2 x's and take 1 away, I have 1x. And then what's negative 30 divided by 3? Negative 10. And then the x's go away. So what are two factors of negative 10 that add to negative 3? Negative 5 and 2. Perfect. So 3x stays on the outside. What goes inside the parentheses? X minus 5 and x plus 2. Good job. All right, so number 12, we're going to do the evens. What is my greatest common factor? 2. And do I have any v's in common that I could take out? Yeah, they all have at least one v. So I can take out 2v. What's 2 divided by 2? 1. And if I have 3 v's and I take 1 away, how many am I left with? V squared. And then what's negative 2 divided by 2? Negative 1. And if I have 2 v's and I take 1 away, how many am I left with? 1. What's negative 24 divided by 2? Negative 12. And then the v's go away. So do I have two factors of negative 12 that add to negative 1? Negative 4 and 3. Perfect. So 2v stays on the outside. What goes inside the parentheses? V minus 4 and v plus 3. Awesome. So that's my answer.
Would it matter if you accidentally switched the x with the v?
It doesn't matter. You can put x's in your answer if you want. All right, 14. Do I have a greatest common factor here? What is it? 2. So I can divide them all by 2. Do I have any n's in common with all of them? No. So only 2 can come out. So it's 2 divided by 2. 1. So I'm just left with n squared. What's 4 divided by 2? 2. So 2n. And negative 6 divided by 2? Negative 3. What's next? Factor it. So do I have two factors of negative 3 that add to 2? What? 3 and negative 1. Perfect. So the 2 stays on the outside. What goes inside my parentheses? Awesome. So we have 2 times n plus 3 times n minus 1. Any questions here? All right, 16. Do I have a greatest common factor that I could take out? 3. Can I take out any b's? How many? 1. My smallest amount of b's is 1, so I can take out 1. So I'm taking out 3b. What's 3 divided by 3? 1. And if I have 3 b's and I take 1 away, how many am I left with? 2. 3 divided by 3 is 1. If I have 2 b's and I take 1 away, how many am I left with? 1. And what's 36 divided by 3? 12. Now let's see if I can factor. What are two factors of negative 12 that add to 1? 4 and negative 3. 1 and 12 are factors, but they don't add to 1. So they have to add up to whatever the middle number is. So what goes in my parentheses? B plus 4 and B minus 3. And then 3b goes on the outside. Any questions? All right, 18. What's my greatest common factor? 3. So I can take out a 3. So I have n squared. What's 18 divided by 3? Negative 6n. And then 24 divided by 3? 8. So let's see if I can factor. Do I have 2 factors of 8 that add to negative 6? Negative 4 and negative 2. Awesome. So the 3 goes on the outside. And I have n minus 4 and n minus 2. Any questions? All right, last one. Number 20. What's my greatest common factor here? 3. Do I have any x's in common with all of them? Nope. So only a 3 can come out. 3 divided by 3 is 1. What's 15 divided by 3? 5x. And 12 divided by 3? 4. Do I have 2 factors of 4 that add to 5? 4 and 1. So what goes in the parentheses? Awesome. X plus 4 and x plus 1. And then don't forget that that 3 stays on the outside.